Hello retouchers, you are welcome once again to my channel. So in today's tutorial video, we are going to be retouching this outdoor picture right here. Okay, we will retouch this picture and also color grade this picture, and by the end of this tutorial I'll be giving you guys the color grading LUTs that I'll be making use of in this tutorial. Okay, so if this is your first time coming across my channel, please hit the subscribe button and hit the notification button. Okay, so this picture is raw, as you can see right here. Okay, so the first thing I will do here is to use this auto here. Okay, so this auto will balance the highlights. Okay, to balance the temperature, so I just click the auto, as you can see. So the temperature is better this way. Okay, so that's the only adjustment I will do here. Then I will click open. Then to open in Photoshop. Then after retouching, I will take it back to camera raw filter to do the last adjustment and color grading. Okay, so this is this picture here in Photoshop. Okay, so we're going to be retouching this picture. So, and to do that, I'll be making use of this my all-in-one retouching preset right here. Okay, so this preset contains everything you need as a retoucher, as an editor, as a graphic designer. Just one click will do the magic. Okay, so if you need this preset, you can check the link on my channel description. Okay, so yeah, I'll be making use of the median frequency separation here. Okay, that's the second frequency separation in this all-in-one retouching preset. Okay, so I click on the median frequency separation. Okay, so one of the good thing about this preset, every click will give you a message directing you on what to do. Okay, so I click continue. As you can see, it has loaded the imports here. Okay, yeah, it allows us to pick the amount of blur that will be okay to retouch our picture, you know. So, and as a retoucher, there is no specific amount of blur. Okay, it depends on what you want to achieve as a retoucher. Okay, so what you will be after is the amount of blur that will blur your picture, and you will still be seeing your textures but not active. As you can see, 8 is okay for this picture. Okay, this 8, it blurs this picture but I'm still seeing it. Okay, so the 8 is okay, so I click okay here. Okay, as you can see, it has finished loading. Okay, so and it will bring this message. This message will direct you on how you can set your mixer brush to get the best results. Okay, so you click continue. So right here, this is our frequency separation, our median frequency separation layers here. As you can see right here, we have the texture and the texture copy. Then we have the correction here, and also we have the tone, which is the low frequency, and the tone copy. Okay, so this texture right here contains all the textures in this image. Okay, we have separated it to one layer. Okay, and this is the copy. Same thing on this tone. This tone is the low frequency, is for the color of this picture. So frequency separation separated the texture and the tone in two different layers. So if you are working on the tone, it will not affect the texture. Okay, so now we have to work on the tone to make this picture to look more beautiful. Okay, so now we pick our mixer brush right here. Okay, so right here you make sure that you are on soft round brush. Okay, so and right here you make sure that you are on smoothing. Your smoothing is active. Okay, so other ones here you turn it off. Okay, so your here make sure that you're on clean brush here. Okay, the first brush here you deactivate it and activate the second brush here. Okay, so this is the settings I use. My weight is on 60, my load is on 60, my mix is on 60, and my flow is on 60. Okay guys, so you can try my settings, but if you're a beginner, use 30, 30, 30, 30. Okay, you can as well try my settings if you can be able to control it. Okay, so what these settings here works is that if you increase these settings here, your mixer brush should be flowing much. Okay, so and if you decrease them, it will flow accurate depending on what you the amount you keep it. Okay, so if you can't control the amount, the 60, 60, 60, you can drop it to 30, 30, 30. Okay, so right here, let's mix this picture right here. So I will start with the highlight side. Okay, and if you are mixing your picture, which is the retouching, if you're working on highlights, work on highlight with highlights. Okay, if you're working on shadow, work on shadow with shadow. Like as I'm working on highlights now, I will not brush highlights to the shadow. No, if I do so, I will spoil the picture. So I will brush highlight to highlight and shadow to shadow, and I will work according to the shape of the picture, the model, the person we are working on, so that after the retouching, you will not change the person's face. Okay, so and doing retouching, you take your time. Retouching is all about fixing, okay, beautifying the picture more, so you don't do it in a hurry actually. So I know there are different ways to do frequency separation, which in this my all-in-one retouching preset, I have about 9 types of retouching right here. Okay, and I'm using the median frequency separation. As you can see, this pattern is with median blur. Okay, instead of Gaussian blur. So this is one of the professional way to do it also. You can as well try it out if you have downloaded this my all-in-one retouching presets. So as you can see, I'm working on the eyes, so I will move my brush according to how the structure of the eyes is. Okay, so this is how I will mix till I beautify the picture to my satisfaction. So if you're watching this tutorial and you haven't subscribed to this channel, please subscribe and hit the bell button so YouTube will notify you anytime I drop another tutorial. And don't forget, by the end of this tutorial, every LUT that I use there, I'll be giving it free. And if you need them, just comment LUTs. Okay, so as you can see, we are getting there. Always zoom in and zoom out to check what you are doing. Okay, as you can see this picture right here, let's check out before and after. This is before and this is after. You can see we've done a whole lot of work here. So this is the face before and this is after now. Okay, so let's continue. We are going to mix this picture. It will look more beautiful and also realistic. Okay, so that is retouching. You try everything possible to make it look real and beautiful. You are not changing the picture, the face from what the person is. You are not changing the person, rather you are beautifying the person more. So if you want to learn how to retouch beauty picture, this is not a beauty picture. This is not a beauty picture. If you want to learn how to retouch a beauty picture, you can check my channel for facial beauty retouch. So we go all over and again. Okay, so we mix it to perfection. We go all over again till we get to our satisfaction. Remember, the goal is to beautify this model more. And also after that, we make it look as real as possible. Okay, so let's check the before and after again. So this is before, after. Okay, as you can see, before and after. Okay, so our body is looking smooth and natural. Okay, so let's work on the hand. Okay, right here we need to brush on the pants, okay, to straighten it up. As you can see, it's somehow rumpled, so we need to straighten it up. Remember, retouching is all about you have to work carefully and also observe carefully. Okay, that's why you go all over again. You keep observing if you are getting it right or wrong, so you know the correction to do. Okay, so and this is if you are working, depends on where you are working, you will be increasing and decreasing your brush size using the left and right bracket key to do that. Okay, I think we are done with this picture right here. You know, this is not a beauty picture, it's not a makeup picture, it's a natural picture. Okay, so this is before and this is after, before and after. Okay, so right here, the next thing we are going to do right here is to pick out these some of these pimples on her face. Okay, so and to do that, we'll make our texture layer active, the copy here, they are both copy here active, and pick our clone stamp tool here. Okay, make sure you are on hard brush. Okay, your hardness will be on 100. Okay, so the opacity here will be 100, your flow will be 100. Okay, so you zoom to the spot you want to remove. Okay, then you decrease the brush size, then you hit alternative on your keyboard and left click, pick from the good side of the skin and paint on the pimple. Click alternative, left click your keyboard to pick, then release your alternative and paint on the pimple. That's how you pick out the stubborn pimples after retouching. Remember, the pimples are on texture layer because all the textures in this image, we move it in one layer, which is the texture layer, during the frequency separation process, which I use my preset. I didn't do it from scratch. Okay, so I've made a video on how you can create it from scratch. You can as well check my channel for the video. So with this way, you can remove any unwanted stuff that you want to remove, not just pimple, lines, wrinkles, and blemishes that you want to get rid of. Okay, and remember, when you are doing something like this, not all everything you remove. Okay, like right here, you can see there is a mark right here. Okay, so I I won't remove the mark because the mark is part of her. If she have freckles, I won't remove the freckles because freckles is part of her. Okay, so so some of these lines, here, I have to remove it. Okay, so now if I zoom this picture right here and do the before, you will see that we've done a whole lot of work here. So this is the before and this is the after. Okay, so we are done with the frequency separation right here. So the next thing to do in this picture before we do the color grading is to clean the eyes. Okay, so you can see you have to clean the eyes and make it more whiter. Okay, so and to clean the eyes, I'll be making use of this my all-in-one preset as well. So I'll be making use of the eyes doctor there. Okay, so I click on the eyes doctor. Okay, so to give you a message, click continue. So any message, you click continue. Those messages directing you on what to do. Okay, so you click continue. Pay attention to all the message. So once it's finished loading, it will automatically pick your mixer brush. Your opacity will be 100, flow will be 100. Your foreground color will be on white up, black down. Okay, so you paint on the white side of the eyes. Okay, as you can see, it will clean the red from the eyes. Okay, so right here, if it is not white enough the way you want it, you can duplicate the layer, Ctrl J or Command J if you're using Apple. Then change the blending mode of the copy to soft light to make it more white, as you can see. So you can as well group them together, highlight them, then Ctrl G and group them together. Okay, so you can drop the opacity to your satisfaction. Okay, so something like this is okay. So something like this is okay right here. Okay, so let me merge this, let me merge it together. Control E. Okay, so now I've merged it together. This is the before and this is the after. So the next thing I will do right here, I will take this image to liquify. Okay, so I want to push some part of this atom in a little, so I take it to filter and to liquify. Okay, here we are in Liquify. So I'm making use of the forward warp tool right here. So I will zoom the picture. As you can see here, right here, I increase the brush to and push here in a little. Remember guys, I'm not recreating her, rather I'm fixing the part that need to be fixed. Okay, so as an editor, you pay attention to details. When you are working on an image, you pay attention to the details. Okay, so let me push here a little. Okay, so this is looking beautiful. Let's check. This is before and this is after. Before and this is after. So this is okay right here. Click okay. So right here I will duplicate it, Control J. Okay, so I take this copy back to camera raw filter to do the color grading. Okay, so here we are in camera raw filter right here. So you know, one thing about color grading is all about adjustments of colors, depends on what you are looking for. Okay, so and in this particular image, I've created two color grade for this image, which I will be giving you guys at the end of this tutorial. Okay, so let me import the color grade, the color grading LUTs. So you will see. So I created this, Okay, the first color grading LUT there is this grading. Okay, let me import it. Okay, so guys, you can see what the grading looks like. Okay, now this grading is looking beautiful right here. As you can see, is looking beautiful. This is T grading. Okay, so now one thing about using color grading LUTs is you have to know, how to adjust. Okay, so as this picture is right here, if you don't actually like any of the color here, you can as well adjust the color. Okay, so adjust the color. If the yellow is much, this is orange here. If it's much, you can drop the orange. Okay, so you drop to your satisfaction. If the blue on the cloth is much, you can drop the blue here to your satisfaction. So that is one thing about color grading. It's all about adjustments. You must learn how to adjust. Okay, so this color is okay right here. So I can hit this. Okay, I have two color grade for this image. So let me hit okay on this one. So I will this is the first color grade. So and this right here will be the second color grade. Let me duplicate it, Control J. Then let me turn off this. Then let's go and apply the second color grade. Okay, so I go to camera raw filter. Guys, remember, whatever thing that is in this camera raw filter, if you're using Capture One or Lightroom, you can as well do it there. So let me apply the second one, which is this grading tool. Okay, so now this is what the grading tool looks like. Okay, so now if you have something like this, you can as well do your adjustments to your satisfaction. Okay, so let me try adjust a little. Okay, as you can see, just you play along with the just play along with the colors. Okay, though we'll be using the first color grade, but let's just play along with this, check what we the result we get with this. play along with the colors. Okay, so as you can see, the colors I'm getting right here. So I can move to my color here, color mixer. Okay, to color mixer here, add a little orange here. Okay, so right here, the hue here, I can move, play with this. Okay, depends on what you are getting. Okay, your eyes will be telling you to stop or to continue. Okay, so it's all about adjustment. Okay, so it's all about adjustment. So right here, I go to light here, I move this black down a little here. Okay, so something like this is still okay. Okay, it's an outdoor picture, but we will not be making use of this. Okay, we'll be making use of the first color grade. Okay, so this is our first color grade right here. Okay, so this is nice and this is beautiful. Okay, so let's duplicate this. Let's apply some LUTs to check what this will give. Okay, so I duplicate this, Control J. Okay, so I go to here to color lookup. Okay, let me check my first skin tone there. Okay, so this is my first skin tone. This is how it gives this image. It makes it more fairer. Okay, if I apply LUT on top the color grading, it makes it more fairer. Okay, so I delete this LUT. Let me check my chocolate LUT. Okay, check what the LUT will give. Okay, so I go to the this is medium skin. Okay, so the first medium skin there, I load it. Okay, so this is what the first medium skin gives us. Okay, so I don't want it like this, is still sweet. So but let me check the second one, medium skin. I don't want the second one. Let me check the third one. Okay, so guys, that's how you check these LUTs. Okay, till you get to your satisfaction. Okay, so let me check the third one. So remember, skin differs. Okay, skin differs. Okay, as you can see, this one is still sweet here. This one is still sweet in this picture right here. Okay, this was this picture after the color grade. Then we apply this LUT now to get this. As you can see, the color has changed and this is sweet. Okay, so it's before and after. This is sweet, before, after, this is sweet. So but I want this LUT only on the skin. Okay, I don't want it on the background and the body. Okay, so the next, what I will do is to invert this, Control I. Okay, so I pick my brush tool. My foreground color is on white or black down. Then I paint on the skin. To review the LUTs only on the skin. Okay, so only on the skin. Okay, so now this is nice, and the next thing I will do right here again is to use my selective color right here. Remember guys, this is color grading, you have to adjust. Okay, so my selective color right here, I apply a little yellow. Okay, now I will invert this also, Control I. Then I paint on the skin also, because I want the effect only on the skin. Okay, so I paint only on the skin. Okay, so now I use my color balance here. So this color balance, I add a little magenta. I want to get this kind of feel. Okay, so I add a little magenta. So remember, only your eye will tell you that this is okay. Okay, Okay, so this is this field. This is before and this is now. Okay, this little magenta field is okay on this image. Okay, so this is looking nice and beautiful. So I will merge it together with this layer, or merge it together. Okay, Control E. Okay, so the next thing I will do right here is to add a little sharpness on this picture right here. And to do that, I will move back to camera raw filter. I have some actions for sharpness here. Okay, but for the sake of this tutorial, I'm using camera raw filter. Okay, so here in camera raw filter, I'll go to details here and add a little sharpness, as you can see. So I move back to effect here, add a little texture on it. Okay, so let me zoom back. Okay, so this is nice. This is nice. Okay, so this is nice. Okay, so let's check where we started from. Okay, so this is this picture right here. Okay, so we retouch this picture and do the lookify, then achieve this result. Then the color grading and color balancing, we get to this result. Okay, so this is before and after. Okay, so in full, let's check it in full, before and after. Okay, so this is the end of this tutorial, guys. So if you watch to this end, you are a pro. And if you need the LUTs that I use here, comment LUTs and I will send them to you. If you need my all-in-one presets, you can check my channel description for it. Okay, so I will see you guys in my next tutorial.